don't think there was any expectation of us, like grandchildren, to be anything but a successful lawyer, nothing like that, but running the family business. And that was it, just work. That, I don't know, our uncle is the only one who became a lawyer, that I guess because...
We've got like second generation, third generation now that are actually going to uni, and they're doing what they do, and like we couldn't be any more prouder than our
Totally.
Anyone that does better than you, like what, good on you.
It's weird, because we don't have that expectation of them. They've chosen that path, and it's not because we didn't want it, or we didn't voice it, but we were just like, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't.
But you work hard, eh?
Oh yeah,
you
work hard.
Yeah. Here's how I think about how to get the big money in any job. Right, the job you have to be really good at the job, and you can't be really good at the job unless you put the time into it. So 10 years doing the same job, you're bound to be expert doing the job. If that job is in a high market where it makes a lot of money, well, you're gonna get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I think those are instead of thinking, lawyer and doctor, these are the jobs that we have to get the money. It's not the case anymore.
No. Especially now, if anything, you go by with COVID, who'd want to be a doctor these days?
Yeah, exactly.
Nurse, teacher.
I just think this. If you're in an opportunity to work in a business where it's not your business, but if you can actually work with people that are... They're funding the business. Your life's going to kind of change. Like I said, my life, pregnant at 16, had a baby at 18. But I'll tell you what, I actually worked for one of the conglomerates, which is like Sky City, youngest pit manager in gaming. How do you do that? You don't do that because of who you do that because you work hard. You show them that you're smart.
And you can't teach someone to work hard.
Yeah, and that's it. So... one of the youngest poker managers in the world, travelled all over Asia and stuff like that, doing poker, working for a company like Poker Stars. I worked for Poker Stars on my annual leave because, like, I was a young mum. All of my annual leave for my kids, like, I missed out so much with my kids because I spent a good time of my annual leave travelling overseas, working in poker tournaments. Why? So that my kids could do the stuff that they do.
Yeah. You were playing poker?
No. I worked like doing poker tournaments and stuff like that.
Wasn't it?
In Macau, and like
Queenstown, when they had all those big poker tournaments.
I worked at Sky City, started off as a table games dealer, became a pit manager. Then I looked after poker at Sky City. In my annual leave, I picked up a subcontract working for Poker Stars, ran poker tournaments over in Asia.
Oh, wow.
And that was it. So my annual leave was like explaining to your kids, I've got to go to Macau for like 2 weeks. Of course, they're not going to understand at that age. They're not going to understand. You piss off to like Macau for like 2 weeks. But I was getting paid $5,000 a week in Australian dollars. Come back to New Zealand. My daughter's like playing for like Auckland Touch, which is like easily $3,000 gone. And it was like that kind of stuff, just trying to kind of balance it. I just believe, and I think that this is what a lot of people... There's this sentiment that's going around right now that I deserve shit. No, you work for shit, man. If you want it,
who's been saying that?
Everyone gets a certificate. You get one because you turned up. You got one because you tied your laces.
I remember, and Kata says that, but I remember sitting with Lydia and she didn't make like some touch team. So like for the whole of my daughter's life, she's always played like she's been up with like Austin and them.
Yeah.
She didn't make some team. You didn't play, and like my message to her. You didn't play hard enough. You weren't good enough. It's all good. Da da da. And like what I did was, instead of being these kind of parents that they are these days, of we need to go and talk to them. Nah, what I want you to do, go talk to the coach. What do you need to do? And what Lydia actually did was she talked to the coach, and the coach let her train with that team, even though she's not part of it. Like, You just need to go talk to them. What do you need to work on? And all this kind of stuff. I've never made my kids believe that you're entitled to anything. Like, nobody in this world is entitled to shit. Nobody's going to give you shit. The only people that are actually going to give you shit is your parents. Why? Because they fucking love you, and that's it.